Good morning, everybody. It's again a pleasure to speak to you all. I'm quite pleased to see what responses that people raise, and out of that, I pick up all these small talks, and I think I should share this with you. What I'm going to today do this morning, which is a Sunday morning here in New Delhi, and maybe different in different parts of the world, I want to share this discussion, which I got it from a couple of questions. Is that how do you understand and differentiate that what energy is dominating you? Now, energies can be transmuted, they can't be destroyed, or they cannot be ignited. So, whatever energy is there, it has to be transmuted. But the point of today's talk is what energy is dominating you. Is it a healed energy? That means you are calm and composite and you are in stillness, grounded in stillness, but purely active. Or it is a wounded energy. That means you are a victim of situations, people, and circumstances. It has to be either of these two. It can't be a mixture of both. So if you're here, then you're not there. If you're there, you're not here. So these are the few things that I see when I observe myself on which dimensions of the energy is dominating me. And it may resonate with you, it may not resonate with you. So nothing is right and wrong here in spiritual awareness and ascension process. But this is what I observe and I feel, and I'm going to share this with you. Let me know it resonates, and for some people it can be offensive or might hurt them or offend them, but that's a fact, that's the way it is. So if you are dominated by healed energy, that means you are not reactive but responsive, then you would do a couple of things very, very evidently in your daily life. First, you are free. You experience immense freedom. Now, when I say freedom, it doesn't mean you're just going around and having a few beers and dancing on the disc. Freedom here means you're free from all kinds of sorry, you're free from all kinds of fears. There's no fear of past, which is bothering you if someone has left you. There's no fear of future, of anticipation, what's going to happen. You're not fearful of your career aspirations, will they come true or not. You're not fearful of your finances. You have a strong faith, the fact that you have a divine force that works within you, which is you, and that's going to be a magnet to manifest what you're looking at. And as what you need, you will be receiving, and it's a receptive energy. Again, if you are healed, you are receptive. You're with the flow, you're not obstructing it, and you are a magnet to attract things which include abundance and wealth as well. Now, this might sound like a fairy tale to someone, but this is a fact, okay? You attract what you want and you attract what you are. At the same time, if you're a wounded or a victimized energy, you will attract turbulences in your life because that's what you are. Like attracts likes. Now, if you're wounded energy, and then in that case, you have fears to everything. You have fear of going bankrupt. You have a fear of your business failing. You have a fear of your business investment not coming what you expected for. You have a fear of losing job. You also have fear of getting a disease. Now, that's a wounded or a victim energy is always fearful. And most of the fears are just illusions, but again, they are dominating it. So you're not free at any point of time from all these fears. You're never in the present moment because you're always fearful of what happened in the past and what could happen in the future. Right? So first thing is freedom, and freedom from fears. Okay? So if you are victimized and wounded, you will be in trap of fears, any kind of fear, rational or irrational. And if you are a healed energy, then you are completely fearless and you are a magnet to attract, and that will happen. And many people would see you and say that it's a magic happening in your life, and it does happen because spiritual life is magic. Now, second thing I would say, the second difference is responsibility. If you are a healed energy, you are taking responsibility of whatever happens in your life. If you have somebody in your life who's given you a tough time or is giving you a tough time, if you have people who are toxic around you or they are giving you some turbulences, you take responsibility. You don't blame people, circumstances, the country that you live in or the infrastructure that you have or the job that you have for anything. No matter how unpleasant the moment the life is, you take the responsibility of it. That's the first, the second sign of you have responsibility. On the side, if you're victimized or unhealed or a wounded energy, you will throw it back to the external objects. You would say it's because of this man or this woman or this company or this business or this partner or this country or this prime minister or chief minister, these things that happened. Otherwise, things would have been different. So you take responsibility. And if you are right now, while listening to me, if you are having toxic people in your life or toxic circumstances in your life, you are responsible for it. I know it can hurt you, it can offend you, but that's a fact. Because what you are gets reflected in your external environment. If you want this toxicness and these people, these circumstances to change, you change the energy, that'll change by itself. You have to deal with the toxification around. That's what a responsible, healed person would do, rather than just rationalizing or justifying and doing it. Now, by doing this, what happens is that if you are unhealed or a victim kind of energy, under the influence of victim energy, you will use your egocentrism. Instead of being grounded into centeredness, you will be moving with your egocentrism and trying to prove yourself over everything. You will be a shameless liar, wherein that you're trying to defend yourself from everything. You would also go against whatever naturally that happens to your body. For example, if your hair is turning gray, then you would use, you may like to, but you still would not be happy with it, and you would use all kinds of things to shade it off. Now, what I'm trying to say is that the acceptance is not there. And you would try to use ego to defend, to prove, to do whatever you want. And shamelessly lying is because it's a defense mechanism, and you would not like people to hold you responsible if you do something wrong. So there is a high level of low responsible behavior, if you are victimized. And there is a very high level of responsibility and being self and grounded into centeredness if you are a healed energy. If something is going wrong in my life, and if somebody has given me a tough time before or ditched me, or let's say has probably broken my trust, I don't hold that person responsible, because I hold my responsible, because at that point of time in my life, I would have had that energies, and same has come back to me. Now, keep this in mind. You are responsible for what happens in your life, and in all dimensions of your life. If you have a toxic relationship, if you have a toxic person in your office or in your team, there is some toxicity lying in you. You fix that, and that will get fixed automatically. Till that time, you just respond to it. That's what a healed energy does. The third thing and the final thing is that for a healed person is always is a life which is effortless and filled with simplicity. He doesn't show off his big and large improvements. And now this can be very contradictory to what the present modern business world does. You need to showcase. Yes, I understand. You do need to showcase for business, but then this is not being driven so strongly in a person who is healed. He believes in his magnetism, and which is illuminated all by itself through the universal laws of principle. And at the same time, a person who is wounded would be trying to speak and show off big, small, any kinds of so-called achievements they hold. Now, there's nothing wrong in doing that, but then if you are mesmerized with that energy, what happens is you lose your credibility very fast. So these are a couple of things which it may resonate with you, it resonated with me, and this is the way I do my introspection and analysis. It might not have resonated with you, or it might have offended you. That's okay, but the point is this: see and hold for these clues, and for yourself understand what kind of energy is dominating you in this present time. Okay? So stay blessed, enjoy your Sunday, and take care of yourself. Enjoy the present moment. Thank you. I'll come back to you again very soon. Thanks.